Good evening. Tonight we're going to be talking about The Game of Sultans, which was released in 2018 by a company called Zyman Mechanist Internet Technologies Co. Ltd. The premise of the game is that you play as a sultan, and you make decisions in regards to the lives of your people, as well as the lives of some more specific characters that live in the palace with you. And I would like to discuss it, because I find this game to be racist, classist, body shaming, and sexist. Offense number 1, racist. These people are Caucasian as fuck. And unless there's a country I don't know about where sultans reigned and the population was incredibly pale, then that's whitewashing. The decision to cast Caucasian people in an ethnic role because you don't want to show ethnic people. Offense number 2, classist. In this game, you garner achievements by being promoted to a higher social standing with a greater monetary value. While this may be a very real social problem in the world, it is not something that a game should be promoting into the minds of those who play it. The game is basically saying that a human's value correlates directly with their social standing and their monetary value, which is entirely untrue. People have value because they are people, and that is what we should be promoting through media. Offense number 3, body shaming. There are a number of disturbing images I have seen from this game wherein an avatar is described as being obese, when in fact they are perfectly normal. I could and would argue that the avatars described as thin and pretty were a real person to be that shape. They would be in serious danger of having their organs shut down from starvation. It is completely inappropriate for a game to place value on people based on their physical body mass. People of all shapes and sizes are wonderful and beautiful and have my love and support. In this image, the Sultan is shown as being upset because his baby is ugly. It is completely appalling that you would promote in any way that a parent would place value on their child based upon their physical appearance. And while I understand things like that do happen in the world, they should not. And I would also like to state for the record that there really is no such thing as ugly. Everything is attractive to someone. Case in point, I find thick eyebrows and unibrows to be incredibly attractive. The character in Dodgeball of Fran Stalanoskovich Davidovitsky is very, very, very attractive to me, to the point of it actually being a little bit ridiculous. Unibrows are fucking sexy. I said it, I meant it, I don't feel ashamed about it. Offense number 4, sexism. There cannot be a female sultan. The sultan must always be male. And the end-all be-all of goals for women living in the palace is to become the queen. How do you become the queen? You start as a lowly maid, and if you're pretty, you get promoted to consort. And if you're a good shag, you get promoted to queen. And so long as you produce male heirs, you get to stay queen. But, God forbid you have a couple extra X chromosomes floating around in there and you pop out a lady, you're going to get demoted, or possibly thrown in prison. And I can't say I don't get it. Women are valueless objects. Men are real people. Of course, if I was sultan, I would want my wife to give birth to a baby, a male heir. Wouldn't want her to give birth to an object. It's like if my wife had a lamp. I'd be like, honey, I wanted a kid. We had sex, so you would have a kid and we would have a child to raise. Why did you give birth to a lamp? I can't do anything with this. We already have a lamp. It lights up the house well enough. The reasons that this is wrong should be fairly apparent. Women are not objects. Women are human beings, just like men, as are transgender people, gay people, non-binary people, binary fluid people, any other number of literally everything people, and probably also space aliens and Bigfoot if he's out there. It is incredibly wrong to promote a game which is supposed to be fun, wherein you show that women are objects meant to be made beautiful and that their only value is sex, babies, and attractiveness. that people with different body types are less valuable than people that have ideal beauty. Ideal beauty is something made up by our society and has no effect on a person's value. Everyone is beautiful and everyone is important because they're people. And I'd just like to shatter the misconceptions about harems. Historically, harems were not great. You basically had a palace where you put all the ladies, and you tried to get more ladies so that you could say to all your dudes, I got a palace with 800 ladies in it just waiting to have sex with me. But it was really more for the effect of being able to say it than actually being able to maintain it. Typically speaking, you would just toss a bunch of random women in there, and as king, sultan, emperor, whatever, you never really had enough time to get in there and sleep with all. I mean, how would you sleep with all of them? There's no way. And oftentimes people would keep up a harem for, public appearance, but they didn't have enough money to take care of the harem. So basically, it was a castle with 800 sick, starving women in it that you never got to see. It was kind of like a hell pit of nasty, messed up misogyny. So I know y'all thinking, yeah, harems, that's pretty good. It's too many ladies, you can't take care of them, it was a bad idea. In summation, it's 2019. You did a bad job. Stop.